Nag-break ngayon na ang confirmation of charges hearing ng ICC kaugnay sa kasong Crimes Against Humanity ni FPRRD. Pero patuloy ang trabaho ng tinatawag na Common Legal Representatives of the Victims. Para tayo naman ay mabigyan ng update na sa The Hague, Netherlands pa rin ang ating kasamang si Pinky Webb. Pinky, ano na ang latest dyan?
Tama, Corina, walang hearing ngayon. Yun talaga yung itinakdang schedule ng pre-trial chamber 1 na break ang Miyerkules. But hindi nag-break ang mga miyembro ng CLRV, yung tinatawag na Common Legal Representatives of Victims, o mas madaling yung mga abogado ng mga biktima dahil katatapos lang ng kanilang press conference dito pa rin sa Media Center ng ICC. This is the first time actually na nakita namin at nakausap namin silang tatlo. It's a team of 3. Si Attorney Masida, si Attorney Joel Tuyan, at si Attorney Gilbert Andres. Just to give you a little bit of a recap, they represent 539 victims. Ang sabi nila, this is just really a fraction doon sa mga biktima ng war on drugs. 539 sila dahil ito yung nakapag-apply dito sa ICC na tinanggap ng pre-trial chamber. So these again are the victims that the lawyers represent. Kasama natin ngayon si Attorney Gilbert Andres para bigyan tayo ng saloobin at kanyang inaasahan dahil bukas yun yung sa depensa naman ang magsasubmit na kanilang merits. Attorney, so far, how do you see the work that you've done in the past 2 days?
Well, natutuwa naman kami that we were able to show the suffered harm ng mga biktima na napakita po namin kung ano po talaga yung naging kalagayan.
Matapang na tumindig si Deputy Prosecutor
drug war campaign ni Mr. Duterte at natutuwa kami na napakita namin yung views and concerns nila before the chamber and even before the world.
Pero malinaw naman, attorney, so that everyone also knows, the victims were not there. Kumbaga, you were representing them, you were talking about them, but none of them were present in the courtroom or even in the gallery that you represent. Tama ba?
Kasi ganito siya, hindi po required as of this moment during the pre-trial na nandoon po yung victim kasi alam naman po ng chamber na merong heightened security risk, lalong na ang context nito ay international crime. Kaya nga yun yung dahilan na tinalaga kami to present the views at concerns ng mga biktima po.
So no victims, sa mga nagtatanong, wala silang makikita o marinig.
Although I can say confidential din kung meron o nandoon.
Pwedeng nandun. Pero yung kumbaga to formally show them, walang gano'n na nangyari.
So talagang kahit yung detalye yan confidential kasi meron din kaming duty to protect
Yeah. Actually in the press con, the Attorney Masida was actually talking about how important it was really to protect the identities and the whereabouts of the victims.
Yes.
What are you expecting tomorrow? Because tomorrow, it is the time or the turn rather of the defense to submit yung kanilang merits. Ano yung inaasahan ninyo? Ano po yung nakikita ninyong way para i-defend naman nila si dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte?
Well, sinabi naman ng defense during the opening statement, una, linagay nila yung geopolitical at Philippine political context. So, ina-expect naman namin yan. Ikalawa, sinabi nila na allegedly, yung mga statements doon, Mr. Duterte, hindi naman talaga patay-patay lahat. Kunwari, mayroon din mga sinasabing due process, rule of law. Ngunit, alam mo, naghahanda din kami sa mga hanay ng mga biktima kasi mayroon din kaming closing statement at nakahanda kami sabihin na actually yung mga statements na yun talagang ginawa din ni Mr. Duterte para lang meron siyang excuse kasi abogado din naman siya. So, part na rin yan ng kanyang modus operandi. Magsasabing patay at magsasabi din ng bigla siyang magbabak na follow the law. Pero ang mahalaga doon, sinabi niya yung patayan. And it's a policy of extrajudicial killings.
The three of you earlier also said, kailangan maghanda. Yung dalawa pong naalala ko din sinabi niyo, kailangan maghanda yung mga biktima because they may hear unpleasant things. What exactly do you mean by that during tomorrow's submission of merits?
Well, dun kasi sa opening statement ng defense, parang binaliwala yung mga suffered harms kasi expected naman daw alleged want to point out na hindi yan expected at hindi yan job ng gobyernong patayin kasi sarili niyang mga kababayan. So kaya hinahanda rin po namin yung mga biktima na talagang proseso ito. This is the first step towards truth and justice at marami pang mga steps. Kaya bukas at sa depensa, kaya parte rin niya ng proseso at maging handa sila at manalangin.
And another thing is that the three of you were also saying that you hope that the victims were happy by which you represented them.
Well, we really hope kasi kinakausap naman po namin sila at natutuwa sila, relieved sila ng kanila pong mga kwento ng mga totoong tao, kwento ng mga totoong mahal sa buhay na pinaslang, talagang napaabot po natin sa chamber at sa buong mundo.
Corina, baka you might have some questions kay Attorney Andres before I proceed with the rest of my report.
Isang
Corina?
tanong lang siguro, Pinky. Pag sinabi nating mga biktima, ito yung mga naiwan ng umano ay pinatay sa mga extrajudicial killings. Tama po ba?
Sorry, Corina, can you repeat that again? Because I didn't
Okay.
quite catch
Yung
the
pag sinabi nating
other part.
Pinky, pag sinabi nating biktima, na wala sila dyan o nariyan sila at hindi pwedeng isiwalat kung sila'y nandyan, ay ito yung mga naiwan na naiwan na pamilya o mga mahal sa buhay ng mga biktima o kasama rin dito ang mga testigo.
Yung sa mga testigo, actually wala pa talagang mga live witnesses sa ngayon, kasi sa trial proper yan, kung mapunta nga sa trial. So, as of now, ang sinasabi lang namin, minamanmanan, view po ito, at talagang tinitingnan po ito ng mga biktima, wherever they are.
So ano po ang timeline na tinitingnan po natin? Pagkatapos po ng mangyayari bukas na magpe-present naman ng merits ang opensa o ang prosekusyon, kailan po yung pagpunta sa trial proper?
Okay, Corina, actually yan po magiging desisyon, parte yan ng desisyon ng pre-trial chamber kasi after nung Friday, which is Feb 27, mayroon pong 60 days at most yung pre-trial chamber. So more or less, mga April 27, doon natin malalaman kung matutuloy nga sa trial at kailangan nating hintayin po yan.
Okay. Last na lang po ito. Pagkatapos po ng bukas, masasagot nyo rin po ba? Masasagot ninyo ang lahat ng mga ipepresent ng prosecution?
Actually, Corina, ang sasagutin namin talaga yung ipe-present ng defense, kasi kami, agree naman kami at sinabi po namin kahapon na agree kami sa legal theory at sa mga naging ebidensya ng prosecution. Kaya ang hinahanda po namin, ano pong rebuttal namin sa defense at bibigay po namin ito sa closing statement sa Friday.
Ayun. Opo, nagkamali po ako. Kayo nga po pala ang prosekusyon. So sasagot po kayo sa magiging merits ng depensa. Ayun. Okay, marami pong salamat, Ginoong Andres, Pinky.
All right, Corina. Attorney, thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow. So, Corina, so far yun yung latest dito sa naging press conference. Samantala, I was falling asleep. Yan naman ang tugon ni Attorney Salvador Panelo, isa sa 6 Filipino lawyers na magko-cooperate sa defense para kay dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Nakausap ko din kahapon si dating Executive Secretary Salvador Medialdea. Ngayon lang ulit siya kasi nakabalik dito sa The Hague matapos ang halos isang taon. Kung maaalala natin, of course, tumayo siya bilang legal counsel ni Pangulong Duterte. Nakalaunay, nag-withdraw siya for health reasons. Narito ang aking maikling panayam.
I was falling asleep kasi narinig ko na yun. It's 3 months still. By the time we landed on March 12, 2020.
Kasama natin ngayon si dating Executive Secretary Salvador Medialdea. Sir, it's been a very long time since you last saw you. When were you last here?
I left last May 26, 2025, after 2 months late, almost 3 months late. By the time we landed March 12, 2020.
Almost 1 year. April, about 10 months later.
Look what? I cannot, I cannot describe my feelings, but when I came in inside the hotel where I used to stay, like, wow, it's just different cat.
Na malagi mo kayo ka ng 2 buwan.
But yeah, right there is.
Is he not sick?
I got sick. I was over there being treated by several nurses, Filipino nurses who volunteered.
Yes, how do you feel about the company?
Well, Attorney Kaufman was the awesome, yes, it's awesome in this case. And I think previously we did both things.
Are you absolute better? Are you confident rather that it's a positive outcome for the business?
It's difficult to say it like now because we have a different atmosphere sa ICC naman. Very unpredictable.
Yes, nakita niyo mahiba siya. So, gabi.
Last financial areas. Like 16 years. I was not allowed passing with. We withdrew now PRICs. Yeah. No, kung gana.
Prabhan, is your way. Kasi,
Alam mo, we really out there the claims to extent, unfortunately, even the families in the so they instant.
it was a good idea that we this right up here.
It's a personal decision. Like, knowing him, I think it's a big one.
Maybe just your hopes, or are you seeing them just a couple of days back?
I'm praying something could be happening.
Yes, yung isa na lang po yung Vegas na sinapalag ka, will it in-invite to appear in sa review of detention nga. There's a hearing Coast on Friday of review. We wait describe also.
I did know that I'd sue the liver and I would find out.
Former Executive Secretary Salvador Medio de Sir, alisin ang Take care.
Afternoon, bye.
Bye.
At bukas nga Thursday ay nakalaan ang buong araw para sa submission of merits naman ng defense. Sabi ni Attorney Joel Butuyan, yung isang lawyer ng mga biktima, ay masusi nilang pakikinggan ang magiging argumento ng defense. Corina.
Maraming salamat. Abangan namin yan. Pinky Web nag-uulat live mula sa The Hague, Netherlands. Manatiling nakatutok sa Bilyonaryo News Channel. Sumubaybay sa aming social media accounts at mag-subscribe sa aming YouTube channel para sa mga bago at eksklusibong balita.